Hi everyone, so glad you're with me today. Today is our last project for our Time Travelers STEAM Camp. And this is probably one of my favorite projects that I love to do, one of my favorite art projects. We've done this before, we've done it at school lots of times. We're gonna do some marble painting, but I thought, wouldn't planets look really cool if we marble painted them? Make sure you do this on a surface that you can put paper towels down, or you can put newspaper down. I have a surface here I don't care about, and I'm actually going to need a space to, we're going to be scraping off our shaving cream. So you want to have a place where you can do that. Newspaper works great, but you want a flat surface. I just have this old placemat that I use. That works great for that. So just make sure your space is protected and that you're not wearing any clothes that you care about, because it can get messy. All right, so for our space scene, this is, again, space that's from your imagination, so you want to have fun with this. This is art. And a couple things you want is, if you have gold paint left from your gold nugget painting from Pioneer Days, go ahead and grab that, because we're going to use that for the stars. You're also going to want some shaving cream, which is in your kit, the stick, which is in your kit, shaving cream, stick. You're going to need food coloring, which we used last week. We used that quite a bit. You're going to need, if you still have the tray from when you did your gold panning, that would work great. If you don't have the tray, you can use a paper plate, would be fine. You're going to need the scraper that was in your kit. You're going to need the glue stick. I think this was in a different day, so just make sure you grab your glue stick. You're going to need your planets. And they should be shiny on one side and matte on the other side. I threw 3 planets in there. You don't have to use all 3, but you're going to need those. Okay, so I think we have everything. We also are going to need our black paper. Now, the black paper was rolled up, and if it got a little wrinkly, that's okay. I rolled it in the opposite direction so it would lay flat, so that it wouldn't curl up. It's still curling up a little bit. That's all right, because once it sits for a while, it'll flatten out. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I've decided I want stars. My cat's going crazy. I want stars on my picture. So a couple things. You can use the black paintbrush that you use to paint your nuggets and actually paint stars. Or you can use the stick that is in your kit, and you can just dip it in your gold paint in there, and then just do dots all over your black to look like stars. And you can put a whole bunch of these on here, or just a couple. You can put clusters of them, however you want to do it, but these can make great stars. I love the gold paint on the black. It really pops. Okay, so I have my stars. That will dry pretty quick. Now, I'm going to wipe off the end of my stick, because I'm going to need that for when I do my marble painting. I'm going to wipe that off. And I don't want to forget that's on there. That is acrylic paint. Does not come out of your clothes again, so make sure you wear a smock. So now that I have my stars, I'm actually going to take my space scene, and I'm going to set it aside so they can dry. All right? That right here. I'm going to move my placemat over. Again, if you're using newspaper, that works fine too. Now, here's some fun stuff we're gonna do. You're gonna get your shaving cream, and you're gonna shake it. You gotta shake it really good to get it all foamy inside. It's just like when we did the butter, right? Except this won't have to take quite as long. Okay, so once you shake it up, you're grown up to pop the lid off for you, and then I'm gonna fill my pan, or if you have a paper plate, fill it up with shaving cream. Ooh, it's fun to watch. So there's my shaving cream. Now, it smells good too. The next thing we're going to do is, we're going to get our color to do our marbling. And to do marble painting with shaving cream, which I'm sure you've done before, because it's, like I said, one of my favorite art things to do. You're going to get out your color. That did not want to come out. And when you're doing your colors, I don't recommend you mixing colors that will make it muddy if you want it to stay bright. So you might want to stick with your primary colors, or stick with colors that, if they mix together, the color they make will be a brighter color as opposed to a gray or a brownish color, which doesn't always look great on the black paper, but it is up to you, so you decide. So if you put all the colors in at once and you mix it, you might end up with kind of a grayish, brownish planet. That's what you're going for, that's great. But if you want something a little brighter, stick with your primary colors or mix the green, which is the secondary color, with the yellow or the blue. I don't recommend you mixing the green into it. That doesn't come out so great. But I think I'm gonna start by doing some blue. And so what you're gonna do is you're just gonna put some drops of food coloring all over this. Go ahead and squeeze it out. There's no right way to do it. Get it on there. Remember, food coloring will stain your hands, but it will wash off eventually, so this will get on your hands. It's okay. The nice thing about doing shaving cream is shaving cream is soap. So when you wash it off, you don't need any soap. You just rinse it with water. But it will stain your hands for a little while. I'm going to add green to this because, well, green and blue make turquoise, and that's my favorite color. So now that you've got your food coloring on your shaving cream, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get your stick and you're going to slowly start to pull it through and blend it. Don't want to blend it till it's all one solid color. You want to kind of keep it a little bit separate. But just keep mixing it and mixing it until it starts to look like marble. Kind of like that. So you can still see the greens and the blues. It's not solid, but I kind of mixed it all in there, and we're actually going to see what this is going to look like. All right, I'm going to put my stick down on my placemat. Care about that? I'm actually going to move my tray with my shaving cream off my placemat because I'm going to need my placemat. The placemat is where I'm going to actually scrape off the shaving cream. So this is my kind of my workspace. But for you, you're going to take one of your planets, and this is really important. Whenever you're doing marble painting, and we're using photo paper because the colors just stick to it so well. Always make sure you put the shiny side down on the color. If you put the other side that's not shiny, it's called matte, the colors won't stick to this. So you want to make sure you put the shiny side down on top of your shaving cream. You're going to press it down so it gets in there good. Okay. And then if you don't want to stick your fingers in there to pull it out, this is a good time to get your stick. You can get a grown-up to help you lift it up. Okay, so I'm lifting it up, and I'm going to grab it with my hands, which means I'm going to get it on my hands. That's okay. All right, so there it is on my planet. I have one more step. This is really cool, and I'll try to get in real close when I do this. You're going to take your scraper and get a grown-up maybe to hold it for you, and you're going to scrape off the shaving cream. And what is left behind, I'll put that in here. It's really pretty. So let me show you how my first planet came out. So that's my first marble planet. That's really cool. If you want to do some other colors, you can rinse this out and you can do your planets in all different colors. Or you can reuse the same shaving cream over and over again and just add more color to it. I think I kind of want to do some other different colors. So I'm going to go grab some paper plates and I'll be right back. I'm going to try another color. Before you do that, when you get a grown-up, you just clean off your scraper for you. If you're going to do a new color, if you're going to use the same color, you don't really have to clean it off. But if you want to do some new colors, have your grown-up clean this off or rinse it off under the sink, and have them also clean off your space or get a clean piece of newspaper, okay? Again, that's only if you're switching colors. If you're not switching colors, you don't need to do that. I think I want my space to have more than one color palette going. So I'm going to do it again. Shaving cream. Also, I'm going to clean off my stick. get that ready. It's okay, it's stained, but it won't stain your shaving cream. I'm gonna go with the red and yellow this time. All right. Good. You don't want it to sit too long in your shaving cream. I'm going to use my stick again. Whoa, I almost dropped that and wore that, huh? All right, so I'm going to use my stick to pull it up, get it grown up to help you do this part, and you're going to grab it. These fingers are going to be colored, and that's okay. Grab it. I actually think it looks kind of cool with the shaving cream still on it. Take a look at that. And you could actually let this dry like this. It'll kind of be like almost like puffy paint, but we're going to scrape it off. So again, you might want to let a grown-up hold it for you. You're going to get your scraper and you're going to scrape it off. And this is what we have. Now there's a colorful planet, huh? All right, I think I'm going to do one more. So I'm going to do a different color combination this time, but make sure you get all your tools cleaned first, just like we did last time. Okay, this is my last planet. So I think I might go with green and yellow this time, because I know that's going to be a pretty combination. I've done that one before. I'm going to go ahead and glue these now to my my space, my background. And the great thing about doing shaving cream painting is these dry fast. They're already dry. If you have any on the back, you might want to wipe that off. But these dry really fast. And you're going to put these planet pictures, or planets rather, you're going to put these planets in your space however you want, and you can go back with the gold, you can put rings around them, you can put more stars. But let me get my glue stick. You're going to need a lot of glue. Alright, I may go back and add some more gold. Still some shaving cream on there. I definitely think we need some more stars on my planet. Like I said, you can actually paint those stars on there. So here is my planet. I'm going to show you my imaginary space. Very colorful. All right, so I hope you had fun doing the marble painting planets. All right, friends, have a great weekend, and I'm so glad you got to join me this week for our Time Travelers Camp. And I will see everyone very soon. Take care.